In today's episode of The Story of Animals, we're diving beak first into a battle of beauty, brains, and, well, breadcrumbs. On one side, the magnificent rainbow-colored heartthrob of the bird world, the Mandarin Duck. And on the other, the classic pond celebrity, the Mallard, suave, social, and always ready for a quacktastic time. They might both be ducks, but trust me, these two are as different as a fashion model and a guy who still wears socks with sandals. So grab your binoculars and your loaf of bread, responsibly, of course. This is Mandarin Duck versus Mallard. Let's start with the obvious. Looks. The Mandarin duck is what happens when nature decides to show off. With feathers bursting in electric shades of orange, blue, and green, and a crest that looks like it was styled by a Parisian hairdresser, the male mandarin is practically shouting, "Look at me!" And honestly, we are. The mallard, on the other hand, has a different kind of charm. More classic handsome than fashion-forward fabulous. The male mallard rocks a glossy green head, a bright yellow bill, and a crisp white collar. Think James Bond in a feathered tuxedo. But when it comes to the ladies, both species pull a surprising move. The female mandarin and female mallard both wear subtle, earthy tones, brown, gray, and speckled. Why? Because while the boys are busy showing off, the girls are busy surviving. Camouflage is her runway look, practical and life-saving, especially during nesting season. So, in the looks department, the mandarin wins the crown for flashiness, but the mallard earns respect for timeless style. Now let's talk location. The Mandarin duck is native to East Asia, especially China, Japan, and Korea. In these regions, they're seen as symbols of love and fidelity. In fact, Mandarin ducks are often given as wedding gifts because they're believed to mate for life. Meanwhile, the mallard is the ultimate world traveler. Found across Europe, Asia, North America, and even parts of Africa, these ducks have more frequent flyer miles than most humans. They're the reason so many other domestic ducks exist, because mallards are the blueprint. Most farm ducks, pet ducks, and even wild hybrids trace back to them. So while the mandarin may be the romantic poet of the East, the mallard is the global superstar, waddling across continents like the Beyoncé of ponds. While the Mandarin duck has a reputation for loyalty, the mallard has a bit of a soap opera going on. Male mallards are not exactly known for faithfulness. They'll often pursue multiple females and sometimes even harass them, which sounds like the world's worst dating app experience. So if you're looking for romance, the mandarin seems like the better bet. But remember, even ducks have drama. What's on the menu for these two? Both species are omnivores. They'll munch on seeds, aquatic plants, insects, and the occasional small fish. Mallards, being everywhere, adapt easily. From wild wetlands to city fountains, they'll eat whatever's available, and yes, they'll even go for your leftover sandwich crusts. Mandarins are pickier. They prefer quiet forest ponds or rivers away from noisy humans. You won't find them begging for snacks at the park. They're more like that fancy cousin who only eats organic. Behavior-wise, mallards are loud, social, and sometimes a little chaotic, always quacking, splashing, and forming flocks. Mandarins, in contrast, are calm and reserved, often found in smaller groups or pairs. Think of the mandarin as the quiet artist, and the mallard as the life of the party. When it's time to fly, both birds show impressive skill. Mandarin ducks migrate seasonally, moving south during cold winters, gliding gracefully with their bright feathers flashing in the sun. Mallards, however, are migration masters. Some travel thousands of kilometers from Alaska to Central America. And even though they look chubby, their wings are built for endurance. So while the mandarin wins on aesthetics, the mallard dominates the skies. So who takes the crown? The dazzling mandarin or the adaptable mallard? If we're judging by looks, the Mandarin Duck wins hands down. If we're judging by survival skills, adaptability, and worldwide fame, the mallard easily takes the prize. But maybe the real winner is nature itself, because it gave us two ducks that show just how creative evolution can be. One paints the sky with color, the other fills the world's ponds with laughter. So whether you're Team Mandarin or Team Mallard, one thing's for sure: these birds prove that being a duck is never dull. Now, it's time to see how much you've learned from today's episode. We've got 3 fun trivia questions coming up. Ready? Let's start. Question 1. Which duck is often seen as a symbol of love and fidelity in Asian culture? A. Mallard. B. Wood duck. C. Mandarin duck. D. Muscovy duck. The correct answer is C. Mandarin duck. Mandarin ducks are considered symbols of lasting love in Chinese culture and are often featured in art and weddings. Question 2. Which duck is found almost everywhere in the world and is the ancestor of many domestic breeds? A. Mallard. B. Mandarin duck. C. Ruddy duck. D. Whistling duck. The correct answer is A. Mallard. Mallards are incredibly adaptable and widespread, making them the most common wild duck species on the planet. Question 3. What's the main visual difference between male and female mallards? A. Females have orange bills. Males have black ones. B. Females are brightly colored. Males are dull. C. Males are bright green-headed. Females are brown and speckled. D. Males have longer wings. The correct answer is C. Males are bright green-headed. Females are brown and speckled. This color difference helps females camouflage while nesting, while males use their vivid colors to attract mates. Great job if you got all 3 correct. If you missed any, no worries. You're now officially a duck expert. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our other bingeable channels. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution.